Good morning all. Hope all are fine and safe. Now we are in new class and we are going to start a new lesson. Matter in our surroundings. Matter. What is matter? If you just look around you or around your surroundings, you can see so many things with different size, shapes and with different textures. Everything in the universe is made up of materials. You could say it is matter. The food we eat, the air we breathe, the pen in my hand, you, me, books, plants, animals, etc. all are considered as matter. That is, everything is matter. So matter is a substance which occupies space and have mass. We have two types of classification of matter based on their physical and chemical properties. Now in this lesson we are going to study the physical properties of matter. Physical nature of matter. In ancient time, people have two different thoughts or concepts regarding its nature. Some people believe that matter is continuous like a block of wood, and some others thought that matter was made up of particles like sand. Let us do one activity to decide the nature of matter, that is whether it is continuous or particulate. So here is your video. Take a glass full of water, add 1 teaspoonful of salt powder and stir it well. Look closer. Now you cannot see the crystals of salt there. So what happens to the salt crystals? Actually, salt crystals are made up of large number of small particles. When we mix the salt with water, tiny particles of salt get spread throughout water so that it will not be visible to our eyes. When you add salt on water, what will happen? It gets disappeared or it dissolved. Actually, salt is made up of large number of particles and have spread throughout the water. That is actually happening there. So we can say that matter is made up of particles. Second one, how small are these particles of matter? For understanding the particle size, we can do another activity. So let's move to the video. You can see 4 identical glasses here filled with water. Now I am putting a teaspoon of potassium permanganate crystal to the first glass. Stir it well so that we can make potassium permanganate solution. Now I am taking 1 spoon of this solution from the first glass and pour it into the second glass. Mix it well and compare the color of each glass. So second one have much lighter color than the first one. Now I am taking 1 spoon of solution from the second glass and pour it into the third glass. Now you can see very pale color solution there. Although it is pale in color, you can see the pink color there now. For comparing the color difference, I am keeping the pure water in the fourth glass. From the above activity, we could understand that a few crystals of potassium permanganate, that is KMnO4, can color a large volume of water. There must be millions of tiny particles in just one crystal of potassium permanganate, which keeps on dividing themselves into smaller and smaller particles. So the particles of matter are very, very small that we are not able to imagine. From the above two activities, we can conclude that matter is made up of particles and the size of the particle is very, very small that we cannot imagine. Next one, characteristics of particles of matter. We can start with an activity. Take a glass with a marking. Add water up to the mark. You can see the mark there, no? Okay. And add a little amount of common salt in it. Stir it well and make it dissolve. So something is there, no? So stir it well. Observe the water level. There is no change in water level. What is the reason for that? If you are adding small amount of salt in water, the particles of salt get into the space between the particles of water. From the above picture, you can see particles of water in beaker. And you can also see a lot of space between water particles, no? When we dissolve salt in water, the particles of salt get into the space between the particles of water. That is why the water level is not rising. If you are putting more and more or large quantity of salt to water, there will not be enough space between the particles of water for the extra salt to occupy. So water level may rise. From the activity, we can conclude that particles of matter have space between them. When a beam of light passing through a room, especially a dark room, you can see a lot of particles in the air are continuously moving in zigzag motion. That means moving in different directions. A second case, if you light an incense stick, you will get its smell even you are sitting at a distance. So we can say that the particles of matter are continuously moving. Now we can have another activity. Take 2 glasses, one with hot water and other with cold water. Add 1 drop of blue color to each glass. Keep it undisturbed for some time. It's really beautiful to see, right? You can see that the color in the hot water is mixing to the solution very faster than it in the cold water. So, what do you understand from the above activity? From the above activity, you can understand that rate of mixing changes with the temperature. We know that particles of matter are continuously moving. So they possess kinetic energy. The energy associated with moving objects are called kinetic energy, no? As the temperature increases, kinetic energy also increases, thereby the particles move faster. So the rate of mixing also increases. From the above activity, we can conclude that particles of matter intermix with each other. That is, the particles of one type of matter get into the space between the particles of other. This intermixing of particles of 2 different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. The thing to note that diffusion increases with increase in temperature. Here are some questions for you.